on, my lovelies, and welcome back. Today, let's test out some easy hair hacks. A lot of these look really promising. I'm excited. Let's begin with the first one. So the first one is a ponytail, how to make it look more longer and more voluminous. I've done something like this before. It's a double ponytail, but this is a different take on a double ponytail. You are gonna need 2 hair elastics. You can just use regular ones, or you can go for clear. I'm just gonna use both clear. You know what? Let's go for clear elastics. Why not? I'm just gonna use these bigger ones by Elastic U, my favorite. And I think you do need longer hair for this, so we'll see if my longer hair will work on this hack. Step 1, create a half up ponytail. And then this bottom section, you're gonna split it into 2 and you're gonna bring it around the ponytail and create that second ponytail on top of that first ponytail. So I'm gonna take a third elastic and just combine them together. Because I think that's what they did actually. Because there's so many renditions of this, you know? This ponytail is not going anywhere. It's nice and tight in there. That's what happens when you have 3 elastics. But how does it look? Does it look longer? Does it look more voluminous?
Yeah. You can see the separation. I feel like it's a little tweaky.
But it does look definitely a lot more lifted. There's a lot more security in the ponytail. Like it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall out anytime soon. So that's a really good point. But yes, I'm trying to think of how I could fix this. Maybe take some hair and wrap it around the hair elastics to, you know what, let's do that. Let's take a piece of hair and let's try to hide the hair elastics. I think I just need a bigger section to really hide it. I think this is an okay hack, but I feel like you definitely need longer hair for this and a lot more hair for this to make it look really voluminous and more cohesive and seamless. But I do like that it looks a little bit more lifted, your ponytail towards the root, and it does look like a little bit longer and more fuller in my opinion. The next one is a low bun hack, how to make your bun look better, more voluminous, and more secured. You need 2 hair elastics for this as well. So I think this is gonna work great for people with shorter hair, a little bit shorter than mine, but maybe also for long hair as well if you don't want a lot of hair kind of falling out of your bun. So let's go for it. So I'm gonna take the hair, all of it, towards the lower back. I'm gonna take it and secure it into like a half bun with like the hair kind of falling out from the very top. All right, so basically you take that half bun and you slide it down as much as you can, and then you take the hair and you kind of just tuck it inside, and then the rest of it you secure with another hair elastic to create a full bun. So this way it's a little bit more secure, it looks a little bit more full, and I think this is really great for people with shorter hair than myself. Not super short, but a little bit shorter, and if you have finer, thinner hair and you usually don't get a lot of volume or big low buns, I think this is a great way to do it, and it feels very secure. The only thing I will say, it's a little messy and it's a little finicky. I don't know. I don't mind it, but I think you definitely have to kind of play with it. Like when I was securing it, some of the hair was sticking out, so you just kind of shove it back inside the hair elastic, and I think that's the way to go. But I kind of had to take these front pieces out because these right here are my pieces that have grown out, my hairs, when they fell out with Emirate postpartum. So they grew out quite a bit. It looks like I chopped them off, but no. These are the baby hairs that are growing out. So overall, I do think this is a hack because you only need 2 hair elastics and your bun looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit elevated because you do kind of have that little crisscross happening in the back when you do put the half bun inside of itself when you roll it inside, if that makes any sense. So I do think it looks pretty, and I do think there is a way to elevate it even more to make it look really polished and perfect. But I do think this is a really great hack. It's secure, it looks bigger, and I do like that it adds a little bit of a fun element to your regular low bun. This next easy hair hack, we're taking the bun to the top of the head. And this one gives a really pretty textured, more of like a loose, high top knot. Let's go for it. It's really pretty. So basically, first step, create a ponytail at the very top. Step 2, split your ponytail into 2 sections and basically just wrap them around, going away or towards your head, and then you're just gonna crisscross them in the front. Have your bobby pins ready. I'm just gonna secure it on both sides. I think this is an actual hack. It's very easy, it's very simple, and I do think it really does take your top knot to the next level, especially with the texture. I will say the one thing, you do have to twist it in the correct way of whatever way you're gonna wrap it. So because I brought the hairs forward, the sections, I had to twist them away from my head to make sure the twists look good, and for them to lay properly, you had to twist them away if you're gonna bring them forward. If you're gonna bring them backwards, twist them towards your face. So the opposite. Hope that makes sense. But I do think this is really great. You can elevate it, you can messy it up even more than I did. Like, I like these little sections, like little pieces like sticking out, maybe even give them a little bit of a wave. But I do think this is a really cool rendition of a top knot. I love the textures, I love the different heights and the dimension. I think this one's phenomenal. Great, especially if you have shorter hair, you know, even longer hair. But I think this will work on people that are able to put up a ponytail, like a high ponytail. I think this is a phenomenal hack. So this next hack is for those that love wearing a high ponytail, but you find that it kind of swoops down and it doesn't give you the volume, it doesn't hold really well, especially towards the root, and you want that volume and that hold, especially if you're going out for like date night or whatever it is, you want your hairstyle to last all day and all night long. I saw this one from Chris Appleton on his TikTok, and I thought this was such a great hack, so I wanted to try it out. So you do need 2 hair elastics. You need the one that you're gonna create your ponytail with, and then another one, he used a clear elastic, which I'm going to do as well. And you basically take your clear elastic and you're gonna tie off your ponytail above, like an inch or so above the first clear elastic. The next step he did was literally take the ponytail and just secure it down to bring both of these kind of closer together. And this basically, he said, it creates this anchor to hold your ponytail. And then what he did was took a section of hair and just hid the hair elastics. And it gave this beautiful volume to the ponytail, to the root, and it just looked very kind of like bouncy and voluminous. This actually works, you guys, and I think it just does the most subtle little lift, but you really can see the dramatic difference. And I do like that the ponytail is lifted off of my scalp, so that way it looks like I do have quite a bit of hair. I do have volume towards my root, so I do appreciate this hack, and I'm definitely gonna use it whenever I'm doing a top or like a high ponytail. I think it looks really great. And it does feel very secure. It feels like it's not gonna go anywhere, and it's gonna be lifted the way it is now, and it's not gonna sag as time passes on. This is a great hack, and it is straight up a hack. The next hack is called the lazy curling hack. I used to do this one all the time in middle school and high school. Basically what you do is you pick up your hair in a high ponytail, and you just curl your ponytail. You let the ponytail go and your hair looks great. It looks refreshed, it looks waved, and it looks done. And it all takes you a couple of minutes to do instead of curling your entire head. So let's do it. Let's see if it actually looks good years later. I don't know if it looked good back then. It might have looked horrible, but let's do it and test it out. And I'm sure many of you have done this hack as well. This is the before. And I actually do love the very subtle, soft bend in my hair right now. And I'm gonna brush it through just to make sure it's nice and not tangled. I'm gonna use a curling wand for this. I'm just using a curling wand just because it's not gonna pull on my hair in the ponytail. And I'm just using a 1-inch. I'm gonna alternate some of the direction as well. I'm gonna make sure the ponytail cools off before I take it out.
A lot of volume. No definition in front.
That's the problem. I need to fix these ones in the front. I think it's just knowing which way to curl your hair. You know what I mean? I curl these ones the wrong way. These ones, I curl them the right way. But I gotta fix the front now. I think there's a reason why I don't do this hack. I'd rather just curl my hair, like all of it, and make sure it all looks cohesive, because that doesn't look good. It looks rough. Looks like I curled it maybe like 3 days ago and I slept on it and didn't fix it, you know? Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. Sometimes these hacks are a hit or a really great miss. Great miss?
Really big miss.
Really big miss. I really enjoyed the low bun hack. I enjoyed the top knot, and I really enjoyed the top ponytail where it just lifts everything up. I think those hacks are phenomenal and they will work for many different hair types and hair lengths. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you next one very soon. Bye.